I had to.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to RPG Maker.
And that little... Okay, it's done. That little stunt there was last time's
Yes, it was.
derp? Derp?
Yes, it was
derp?
last time. So.
Yeah, I don't know what we were
Ooh,
doing at that point.
I think we were just reviewing stuff over last time.
We were reviewing, and then we made that for shits and giggles, I guess. So anyway, I guess you could say that. I don't know. Anyway, welcome back. Last time we ended off with all the basics. We kind of went over the whole brain malfunction.
Yes, we went over brain malfunction.
Sorry, we went over.
We went over a little bit of map making, a little bit of, I just lost it. I had it and I lost it.
We went over classes, I know that much. We made our class thing and how that works out. And I think we still named it the shittiest classes ever. Do you want to become an angel or a demon? Do you want to become an abyss walker or a cursed soul? Oh yeah, cursed soul, that was it. Archangel, sealing angel. Okay, so we went over classes and how those work. We kind of made our own classes and all the fun stuff, and Bitey here has been getting stronger. And I don't know why we named her Bitey. That was your fault.
Those teeth.
You and those teeth. You're not very good with teeth, are you?
I'm nom.
And as much as I wanted to avoid this, I knew it was going to come at some point. So today's tutorial is going to be friggin' annoying. So, I've stepped over this quite a few times in all of the tutorials, but now it's time to actually get in there and talk about it. So, welcome to Tutorial 5, the beauty of switches. Because I hate them. Every person who has picked up RPG Maker looks at a switch and is like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
Truth is, you cannot have a game without switches. This moves the game forward. If you don't have a switch, certain things won't happen. This usually is used to tell the game once you have done something to turn something else on. Like, let's say you have a locked door and you have to flip a switch on a wall. You actually need a switch to flip that switch. Ironic, huh?
Yeah.
So you'd go and press the switch will go down, or, well, it'll change its its picture animation, whatever, and then it'll one of the internal switches.
Hold on. I need to refresh the page because I don't think it's working.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna finish this little explanation. Hi, Savannah Wood. We're back with RPG Maker, VX Ace. Can't forget that VX Ace, because apparently RPG Maker and RPG Maker VX Ace are very different.
Yeah, they seem to be. I noticed. Alright, I refreshed the page and it's not working.
Well, beat on it a little bit and eventually it'll work. So, switches kind of control everything. There are two different types of switches. Actually, three if you really want to get technical. And I've only really used two, because I'm a lazy fuck. So we'll get into switches, self-switches, and variable switches. The first two are pretty simple. Variables can get really... it's a lot of number crunching. I'll say that much.
I'm not good at math.
Well, it's not like...
I have him do it.
Hey! This ain't algebra over here. If you want to get into algebra and all that stuff, just wait until we go into our balancing tutorial. You're going to have fun with that, learning how to make your own damage formulas.
That's going to be fun.
So, why don't we start off with a simple switch? So here I made just a random map, because we have a random map for everything.
Yeah.
So, we want a simple switch. So we'll start out simple. We'll make a new event. We'll put a person here. Let's make it blue-haired girl. And let's make her say, hi, I will now use a switch to change what I am saying. All right. Simple, right? Just type
Yeah.
in a little thing. Now here you go on to the event commands page. You'll see the switches, the game under game progression. Oh, actually, there's four. I forgot about the timer. Huh? The timer's bullshit. Actually, you could make really bullshit events with this, and we'll get into that. So let's start with self switch. Just flip a self switch on like that.
Yeah, I use that one a lot.
New event page. So you have a second. Then just tick this. Self switch A equals on. So here it says, hi, I will now use a switch to change what I'm saying. And here it'll say, I am saying different stuff now.
Whatever works.
Yes, exactly. Apply, okay. Bleh. So let's see how that works. Go. So this tutorial's in here. And it's really dark. I didn't bother with the
Yeah, we
frickin'.
didn't. Yeah.
So, hi, I will now use a switch to change what I'm saying. Oh, oops, broke it. And this is where troubleshooting comes in. Make sure there's a graphic on each one of your events. I do that a lot. So,
Yeah, I've been known to do that too.
it's a common thing. So, hi. Hi, I will now use switch to change what I'm saying. I am saying different stuff now. Simple, easy, literally not a brain killer at all. So that's really basic switches. That's self
Fine,
switches.
guys.
Self switches will only work with the event that you are currently dealing with. So this event is this girl. Let's say I had another person next to her, and I wanted to put self switch A is on that one. It wouldn't work because you have to have on the same event. If you want to trigger different events to do different things, I will show that now. So let's put this guy. Let's make another event, and let's put his graphic so I don't forget again because bleh. Talk to the girl first. I'll put. Alright, simple, easy. And then over here I'll put, hi, what you need? So, what we're going to do is, over on the girl, we'll have this control switch. Over, if we talk to her again, we're going to add a normal switch. So, I have these from before, so ignore these. We're going to add a switch by first clicking on, control switches. It'll bring up this box. So, we're going to want a single switch. Click on the three dots to open this window. You'll probably have blanks. These are old switches I was using in my other tutorials. So you're going to want to name the switch. So we'll name it Talk 1. It doesn't matter what it's named. Apply, okay. So you're going to turn this on or off depending on if you want to turn the switch on or off. We'll turn it on because it's already switched off when you first make it. Apply, okay. Now what happens over here is we're going to click this box, switch, and then click the three dots and select the switch we just created, Talk 1.
Okay.
So apply, okay. So let's run this and you'll see what it does. Hi, Bitey. Alright, so we talk to him, talk to the girl first. Talk to the girl first. No matter how many times, he'll say the same thing. We talk to her. Hi, I will now use switch. Now her self switch activated. So now we talk to her again. I'm saying different stuff now. Now this switch activated, which changed what he said.
Oh. Huh.
So that's, you normally use regular switches for when you're operating with two different events. If you're operating within the same event, you should use self switch. Though you only have 4 self switches to work with per event. So try not to waste them.
Mm. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So that's how the switch works. So that's operating 2 different events. Now switches mainly are just to progress the game. So in something like this, you would use it for, you gotta go talk to somebody before you can continue. So let's say you have like a guard standing. So let's say This is gonna be cheesy as fuck, but I'm sorry. Ignore my cheesiness. Um. All right. I'm gonna copy this event. We're gonna go over here. Oh, we're gonna go over here. Paste him right there. And we're gonna change what he says. You cannot enter. So he's basically blocking a door. We're gonna be using the same switches.
Okay. Why? What's gonna happen?
Thank you, Grinnings, bro, by the way. Yeah, we love RPG Maker. It's our favorite engine, I guess you could call it. So, he's basically blocking the door. Yeah, I don't know. Some people get buffering, some people don't. I don't know if it's my end, because I've checked it a lot, and I can't find anything that might be causing it.
I think it's actually their end because I'm not getting any buffering at all.
Yeah, no one else seems to be getting it. Well, Venya's not getting it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Buffering is weird. I've learned about it because I'm a computer science major, and I know what it is. It's just, I don't know why it's being but. Anyway, back to this. Sorry. I can rant about computer science and all that stuff, maybe on a podcast. I don't know. Anyway, let's say you want to enter this building and you can't because he's blocking it. So we have the same switches, except we're going to cut this, and we're going to take out the graphic. We're going to make this a player touch. And we'll make it so our character speaks instead. Bitey, where are you? There you are. Well, the guard seems to be missing. Simple and easy. So that's changing up that character. We have to go back to this. First of all, get rid of him. Can change this to the guard should be gone now. Okay. Now you're going to see how switches work over cross map.
Okay. I hope it works.
Yeah, I don't understand why it buffers a lot. It might be Twitch's end. I'm not too sure.
It might well be because they said they were fixing stuff today.
Yeah. So, you cannot enter. You cannot enter. He's blocking the route. You can't get into that door. So we go in here. We talk to her. Hi, I will now use a switch to change what I am saying. The guard should be gone now. So now we go back.
And the guard's gone. Oh, cool.
Guard seems to be missing. And what I did was I also switched it on to player touch so that when we walk on, we're using the same event. Let me add that. We switched it so that event was the guard. Now when we switched it with the switch, it becomes the event for our character. So when the character walks over where the guard used to be, it'll make her say something. Which is, the guard seems to be missing. Now we can progress. That's how you make different things in a story. Let's say you want to enter a house in a town and it's blocked off. You probably have to do something that is relevant to the story before you can continue. This is how you make blocks so that people playing your game will not skip a huge part in the story and then have no idea what's going on later. This is why switches are amazing in this. Seems like everyone's having technical problems today.
I hope it's their side, not yours.
Nah, Savannah's like his computer's acting weird, which I don't. I swear, like December's the worst for computers. My computer the other day was acting up too. It's like, let's break all the computers so everyone has to buy new ones on Christmas. It's like, what? I wouldn't doubt if that's the way it does things.
I hope not. That would really suck for me because I can't afford it.
Yeah. I would not be happy if I lost my computer. I needs this.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, so. Simple, easy switches. Not too tricky, not too difficult. Now. Oh, yes, it does. Using the same event will work. No, these are switches, not events. An event is the person. We're using 2 events, but 1 switch. This is the girl event who flips the talk 1 switch, which in turn will trigger this event to change. So we're in a sense using 2 events that are linked by a switch. So it's kind of like using an extension cord. Think of the girl as the outlet and the guy as a lamp. And in a sense, we're turning him off, but so we're choosing a backwards kind of thinking process. But yeah. So that's pretty simple switches that you'd find most commonly in all games, just to change what NPCs say and just kind of mess with the overall surroundings of the map. I don't think I have the script loaded into this. I do work with... Oh, I actually do. Actually, this script can be used without a switch, I'm pretty No, actually, I know what I'm doing. Derp! Had a derp moment. I just need to find it. Is it here? Are you gonna show it to me, or do I have to hunt through my other things to find it?
What exactly are you trying to do?
Might have to hunt through... You know what? Okay, I'm gonna show you another way of using switches. I'm gonna have to revert for a moment. Alright. Let me show you another way of using switches. Please tell me I saved after the battle. I don't want to go through that battle. Alright. Okay, I did. Now, I'm going to show you another way of using switches. So here we have our little character. And this is blocked off. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's talk to him. This is weird. I didn't remember this. Blah, blah, blah. So we have to activate the seal stones. Yeah, just leave it to me. Good luck. Well, first of all, he changes what he says afterwards because of a self switch.
Yeah.
So we have to get rid of these stones. So let's go down here. I marked them because I'm testing, but during the actual game, they won't be marked. So these are flowers. If you click on one without the grass, it'll probably attack you. Actually, most likely will attack you. So let's switch these. Touch the flower, yes. Flower began to glow brightly. Flower began to glow brightly, and come over here. Bam. Once all 3 are switched on, it triggers a parallel process event, which in turn will cause the blocks to move and this guy to move over and start talking to you. Well, if the buffering is too much of a problem, I will say that we do post our stream of this on YouTube. So if you do happen to miss it, you can always catch the YouTube video. Just as a kind of backup.
Yeah. It's usually where I go in order.
So that is a puzzle. This is basically a really simple puzzle made with switches. It's like 5 switches, I think? Something like that. So now I'm going to show you the coding behind these switches. First of all, we have Saf over here. Dialogue. Now, you have to talk to him before you start the puzzle. Because if you go up and click on the flowers before talking to him, they won't do anything.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
See, this switches on puzzle start. If this is not switched on, you can't do anything. You'll try and click in, it just won't do anything. So once you're done talking to Saf over here, puzzle start will flip on. Now I also have a switch over here of the same exact thing for human form. I will get into this. This was an actual thing I made up myself, where my character. Let me show you. This is a little thing I've created. Go into the start menu, click shift, change to wolf form. This is controlled by switches. You can switch your form back and forth. And if you really want to know how it's done, I will show everybody how that's done. It's fairly simple, to be honest.
Only fairly.
Only fairly. No, it actually is very simple if you know what you're doing. So, this is how it's connected. We start with Saf. He switches Puzzle Start on. When Puzzle Start switches on, his third event will happen, where he says good luck. From there, all the flowers switch on. Under the flower here, like, let's say we go to one of the correct flowers. Puzzle starts on, touch the flower, yes, no. The flower begins to glow. Can't talk. Glow brightly. I was about to say blow rightly. What? So we have two switches here. We have a variable switch this time. Now, variable switches are numbers. When a variable hits a specific number, it'll do something. So I have 3 switches, meaning I want the variable switch to equal 3. So what do is under each flower, I'll make it add 1. And I'll also add a self switch so that once you click this flower, it'll go into its self switch and it'll just say the flower is glowing brightly. So you can't click the same one over to hit 3 and then continue. That's how you get past people glitching around your game. And if you play a lot of games, you kind of can see all these beforehand and figure out how to fix them. So you're going to need the variable switch and the self switch on the flowers. If we go to a flower that is wrong, it'll have the same process, except instead of changing the +1, it'll have a battle because the flower's going to attack you and you have to fight it. Afterwards, it'll have control switch self A on. I don't know why it say the flower's glowing brightly. I haven't finished this map yet. I'm still working on it. It'll say like something weird, or if you really want to do it, it'll be advanced. You need the tile swap plugin. Minecraft. God damn it. The tile swap script. You could just make the flower disappear. I'm also going to add something where there's a glowing effect around the flowers that are correct. I have that script in one of my other games, and I'll be adding that script. It's not a script. It's another Switch thing. I'll probably show that in Switches Part 2 because I'm splitting this between Part 1 and 2. It's a really long process.
Yeah,
So it is. So this is a normal. Whoa, actually, I didn't know that. I actually found a glitch, but I never finished this map, so that's probably why. The glitch here is if you're in human form, it'll count this as a correct flower.
Oh.
This is a little more complicated for me because I have to deal with it with 2 forms: wolf form and human form. So I will make sure to jot that down so I fix it later. Just gonna grab a piece of paper and fix flowers. You want to make sure to test your game a lot, over and over and over, to make sure that you get all the glitches. So I will make sure to fix that when I get to it. So over here is, let's say, you know how routers and computers work, right?
Yeah.
Think of this event right in the center as the router, and all the events are the 3 events that are the correct ones are computers.
Okay.
This is the brains behind everything. See? Conditional branches work amazingly with switches. So what you're going to do is set a conditional branch so that the variable you're using will equal 3. When this happens, it will run the script. It'll change the blocks that are blocking the road so that they're gone. This is the script that I use. It's called tile swap. I forgot who made it. I forgot who made the script, but credits to them.
Saved. See if I can find it real quick.
I think it should say on the script if I'm not mistaken. Tile swap. It was made by Heim. Oh, Heim is a pretty good scripter. It was made by Heim. This script allows you to use stuff like switches and everything to change the map around you without having to actually make an entirely different map that looks different.
Hmm.
You do that. The way I do it is I select the area I wanna change in a region ID, and then I throw the script region swap. I put the layer that we're, I mean, I put the region ID, which is 1. I put the tile name that I wanted to swap to, which would be B1. So basically where it is on the side here on the left, you have A, B, C, D. It would be B, and then the number of its placement on the actual board here. It goes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then go back to the left again, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc. You're counting just down the line.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is we're swapping the blocks out, we're causing the screen to shake, we're giving a sound effect, so we kind of know that something changed, because your screen is shaking and it sounds like Earth is moving. We hit the control switch A because we don't want this to run anymore. This is a parallel process, meaning this event is always running while you're in this map. And it only becomes noticeable once the flower puzzle is solved, and you have hit all 3 switches.
Because of the conditional.
The
variable,
conditional branches. So then we hit the self switch, and then we put puzzle complete. We throw this switch so that once we move up here, over on this is a player touch. Player complete, puzzle complete. Saf will notice you and put an exclamation bubble above his head. He'll move to where you are, and then it'll start the dialogue for that area. He'll disappear. You can use the transparent to turn him invisible. Then we throw the Saf leave switch and the control self switch. Now the self, I don't have it written here. The Saf leave switch has to do with continuing on in the story. I haven't gotten to that map because this game is pretty tedious. It's taken a while for me to put together. And it's going to be a free game. It'll be available to anyone who wants to play it
Soon.
So self switch A will just turn him off so he doesn't reappear when you switch maps, because if you don't switch him off and just have him stay there after talking, he'll just pop back up once you move maps. And we don't want that because he moves around with the character. He's not a sub character, he's kind of a main character, but sort of. Not a very major one.
He's a main character, but not a major character.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So he'll turn into a major character later. I believe he's one of the partners you get.
Cool.
I'll eventually fix the storyline so it's not so buggy. Alright. Now, I'm going to show you the script that not script, the I guess I could call it a script. I don't know. It's not really a script. It's the switch conditional shit that I made so that you can swap between human form and wolf form. For this, first of all, I used. You can stick it in an item if you want, so that when you use the item, it calls this. I stuck it in the menu. The person Nikki, I believe their name is Nick with an E at the end, so Nikki, made the menu script that I'm currently using. So where is it? I believe I'm in the wrong one. Oh, that's the core. Herp derp. Okay, here it is. So over here I have it so set to shift on the menu. And this number over here basically calls the common event. Common event 3. What are common events? Are basically events that you can use in multiple different aspects. Which, if you go to Tools, Database, and over the Common Events tab, they're all here. This is my shift. This is my shift conditional branch that consists of three, no, two switches. I'm sorry. First of all, we have the first switch, shift activate. You do not get this ability off the start of the game. So that's why that's there. You don't, if you want to give it off the start of the game, you don't need that switch. That's only if you want to eventually give them it, but not right off the bat. So that's on. Once that's on, you can use this. While that's off, if you try to click shift from the menu, this'll pop up. You cannot activate this power yet.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is when you click shift, first it'll check for the switch human form. If human form is turned on, it'll skip over this part. Ooh, it'll skip over everything above where I just clicked. Everything above that blue bar, it'll skip that. It'll go right to the else statement because human form is on. So this conditional branch say if human form is off, run this. Else, if it's on, run this. So you're already human if that's on. So you'll be changing to wolf form. Change to wolf form, it'll ask a question, show choices, yes, no. When yes, it'll run an animation. It'll change your actor graphics to whatever you set it to. And it'll switch off human form. Because if you do not add the switch off here, you'll never be able to switch back and forth. It'll stop it right there. You'll only be able to stay in wolf form.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
So if you're in wolf form already, human form would be off and it runs this switch instead. Because once it turns it on here, human form equals on, then you can run the else switch next time you click it.
Oh, okay.
This is how you make a swap between a human and whatever. You could do like a swap between anything really. A fox and a bird, a human and a bird. It's all up to you. So this is my shift thing.
It's very good, actually.
It took me about an hour or two to make because
Yeah, I
it
bet.
took a lot of trial and error to actually get through this.
Wow.
Now,
Reading through it.
what?
I was like reading through it.
That happens. So I've showed you switches with that. I've showed basic switches. I've showed variable switches. Variable switches are pretty easy to understand. This is what a variable switch would look like. First of all, you choose your variable switch. It's the same thing as choosing a normal switch. You click on the three dots, you name it. Now here it will be, if you've ever gone through 5th grade math, you should know what this is. Greater than, less than, or equal to.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy.
So I'm using equal to because we want to switch 3 switches on. It'll be equal to 3. So that's a constant. You could also make it equal to another variable if you set it. Now going into that is linking a variable to a variable. This is for really complex puzzles. And I myself have not touched that. I may later on when I'm actually going through harder, making harder puzzles in my game, I might have to link a variable to a variable. Off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of where a variable would be linked to a variable is if you have like 2 sets of switches, one for one thing in the game and one for another. So let's say you make a secret Easter egg area. And the first area is in the starting area, and the second area is like down the line, like the 3rd city. Let's say they both have 5 switches, and you want them to go to the first area first, before going to the second. So in order to do the first area, of course, they have to go through the puzzle and flip the 5 switches, right?
Yeah.
So the second area has the same number of switches. So you use the variable here, equal to the whatever you name the variable of the first area. Because if you never touch the first area, that variable would be 0.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay,
this would
yeah.
be, and then it would just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it either. It's confusing.
It is. I probably would just find the easy roundabout way of doing it. You don't have to use everything.
Yeah.
So that's that. I'm thinking. All right. Now we're gonna get into something a little bit more. I want to say
Okay.
easy,
Hmm.
but I also want to say you could probably make it difficult depending on what you do with it. So we're gonna swap back over to the tutorial. And we're gonna make something a little bit more, how you should say, interesting. I'm lazy, so I'm doing this. Oops. Alright. I want to move this over here. Alright. So we're gonna make something simple. This is gonna be a player touch. We're gonna go to control timer.
Okay.
God have mercy on my soul if I can remember how to do this. Because it's been a while. I've touched the timer maybe once. So we're going to start up a timer for 50 seconds. Why did I not just put a minute? 50 seconds, whatever. 50-second timer. Simple, easy. Nothing too hard. Player touch. Timer begins. Alright. So we're going to talk to her twice. The next time, she's going to stop the timer.
Okay.
But now, what happens if the timer runs out and we don't talk to her? So, we're gonna run this. Okay, brain. I'm gonna kind of need you right now. Parallel process,
No, screw you.
conditional branch. If the timer hits 0 minutes and 0 seconds, show animation, player, thunder, thunder, thunder 1. Thunder 1, and then we're gonna throw the game over. So if you don't talk to her, you will get struck by lightning and die.
Oh, great.
So, fun?
Let's see this happen.
I believe that's how it works. I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry, I will fix it. So, if I remember this correctly, this starts the timer. The timer's in the top right area. Blah, blah, blah. And there, it stops the timer. So you talk to her, stop timer. Okay. We're going to run this timer again, and we're going to sit here for 50 seconds and see what happens when the timer runs out and we don't stop it. We are probably just going to get smoked by a damn lightning storm.
It would be interesting, though. I mean, these switches are like.
Switches are...
It's interesting what you can do with them.
Yeah, switches, there's 4 different kinds, and with these 4 switches, you can do a lot.
Yeah. I like how it started going faster when it hit 20 seconds.
Did? No, it's still the same. So, we're gonna hit 5, 4, 3. Watch it not work because...
2, 1, 0.
Oh, it actually did work. Huh.
It worked!
So, you get struck by lightning and die. Oh, wonderful. One moment.
Oh god, darn dog.
Sorry, my dog really hates me sometimes. So that's a switch. That's a timer switch. So if you want to make timed events, where, let's say, you have like 15 minutes. By the way, this time goes by. This. I give up. I sometimes really give up. This timer goes by real life. So 15 minutes on this timer is going to be 15 minutes in real life. If you're using the day-night cycle by Vlu, I think made it. I'm pretty sure it's Vlu. If you're using his script for day-night, the game will probably progress much faster than the timer. Because 1 minute is like 1 second in real life. 1 minute in the game is 1 second in real life.
Hmm.
You could probably set it to be real life, but
Who wants to do that?
Yeah, who wants to do that? I love you, Sanrayu. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. But yeah, that's timers. Timers are very useful in different events. Use them to
I
your...
don't know if they really count as events.
I mean like events as in game events, not events as in the actual thing event.
Oh, okay.
Different like scenarios. There's the word I'm looking for.
That's the yeah.
Timers are much easier. Timers are very easy. All you have to make sure to do is start it up and make sure that you have some way of stopping it. So let's say you have to disarm a bomb and you have like 5 minutes to do it. There you go. Timer would work amazingly there.
Yeah, it would.
And like I said, if you want to make like a quick time where you have to find a person. Hi, Hannah. Yeah. The timer would work amazingly there.
Sounds like it would.
So those are the 4 switches. You may think, oh, there's only 4. You can't do much with 4 different switches. You can control an entire game, which is 4 switches.
It's basically the point of switches.
Yep. So the main 2 you're probably going to use for beginner is the normal switch and the self. Going into more... One day. Take over for me for 1 second.
Oh my god. I think you were saying that is basically the computer of the whole game. I'm really no good at this.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry. Dog is annoying. Anyway. Where was I for the last freaking time? Sorry.
Something about how switches control the whole
Yes.
game. Yeah.
Switches can control the entire game. You're probably only going to use self switches and normal switches. If you want to get into advanced stuff, you will take on variables and... I remember one. There's one I did not show you guys, and I cannot remember it for the death of me. Great. It was switches that have to do with keypads.
Keypads?
You know how in, like, let's say you're infiltrating a facility, and there's a keypad, and you have to get a code. You can do that.
Yeah.
You can very well do that, and I have done that. I just cannot remember for the death of me how to do it. But then again, that is what I have the game for. So let me go pop it open really quick. That's if it won't lag. Uh-huh.
Oh,
So,
stop responding.
crap. It seems like computers today are really bad. Like, even my computer's acting up. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
You're not... Okay. RPG Maker is experiencing technical difficulties. Let me just reload it then.
You can see your background.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh! Steam! Steam went down. That's, I did not expect that. That kind of sucks.
I think Steam has died.
I can't access RPG Maker while Steam is down. Wow.
Wow.
That kind of sucks, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
have no connection myself.
Well, huh.
It shouldn't bother with the programming, though. It really shouldn't.
I guess it's because I was trying to open it through the cloud.
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see if I can forcibly open it. Um, yes, okay. I am sorry about that. I can open it through my computer without Steam. Thank God.
Oh, good.
There's a cat on my foot.
You may want to make it smaller so they can.
Is it? Oh, holy shit, it is. I'm sorry. Dwa! Technical difficulties is, pretty interesting. I
Yeah.
can't exactly. Give me one moment. I am so sorry. Thank you, Steam, for, like, fucking with everything, by the way.
I know. It's not showing up even.
There we go. There we go. Fixed it. I am
Okay.
sorry about that. I'm just gonna, like, steal this event. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What is the code? Okay. I'm stealing this!
It looks like it's the same thing, really.
It is, and I had a momentary brain fart. We're going to back to our tutorial thing with the stolen fucking script. Alright, so, I am sorry about that. I hope we're back on track now.
We should be back on track, yes. It looks like we are.
Okay. So, move over here. What am I gonna use? I'm gonna use you. Can I, like... Thank you. I'm gonna highlight this, that. I'm doing a bunch of shit, I'm sorry. We want to... Okay. 7, 1 through 5. Alright. Sorry about that.
What are we doing now? What did you just do?
I'm gonna move this over here because I don't need that. Alright. This is... I'm gonna just see if this works really quick. Because I'm retarded and may have fucked something up. So, we want to go through that. We want...
Okay.
This is a door. I'm making it so it's a door because I'm lazy and don't want to find a door. Click on it. What is the code?
Oh.
So, let's put in a random code. Blah, 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 blah. Access denied.
Okay.
Let's click on it again. Let's put in the actual code.
5.
Access granted. Bye, statue!
Whoa.
So,
Cool.
and you can't click on it anymore because it's self-switch. Those are passcodes. So, that is
Interesting.
if you want to make, like, locked doors, let's say. You could do so much more with that because let's say you have a facility where you have a bunch of doors and they have numbers above them and then you hack the console. You could just type in the number of the door and it will unlock that specific door. You're probably going to need conditional branches out the ass for that, though.
Yeah.
Most likely going to need conditional branches out the ass for that, though. And I'm not going to do it today because it would take a long time to prepare it. Because that's like requires a map. It requires actual time to put it together. But the next time we come into Switches Part 2, which will be next time, I will, if I can deathly remember it, put together a map. Who is Illuminati confirmed? It's Venya. Just saying.
Oh.
I'm not winning today. I'm sorry, phone. Go away. I'm not answering you. I'm in the middle of this. So that's how you do passcodes.
It's interesting. That's
If
actually
you-
very interesting.
If you just want to take a look at it, how it looks, this is it. Oh, I didn't name this? Did I not name the Switch? Why is it 61? What the hell? Oh, um, that's because I copied it over.
Yeah.
So we'll just quickly swap it. So yeah, Venya's Illuminati. Just saying. Anyway, so
No.
this is what it looks like. Input number. The variable for the number is 002,
Okay.
which I never named because fuck life. So we'll name it blah 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 blah
Numbers.
blah blah blah. We'll name it key code because fuck life. Okay. So here you put variable for number, key code, digits, 4.
Hmm.
That's the input number. This is not a switch. This is, you can find the input number on the event thing. That's a separate event. It's 4 digits, and it will correspond to the variable for key code. Here on the conditional branch, we actually set the key code to 7135. Now, of
Oh.
course, you're going to set it. Please make sure you tell them what it is,
Always
because
the only guess.
I'm just going to do some math here really quick. So let's say it's a key code of 4, right? 4 digits.
Okay.
Um, it's 4 digits, possibly repeating. So how many numbers are there? There's 9 numbers, correct? That you could
Uh,
basically choose from. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, that's 10. I'm sorry. Blech. There's 10 numbers you can choose from. I'm an idiot. So, the possibility of you'd want to know how many different possible combinations there could be. I believe it would be, huh. Yeah, there's 10,000 different possible combinations you can choose from.
Wow.
So I don't think they want to sit there for like 2 years trying to find out the combination of what the 4 digits could possibly be.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I learned this in math class today, how to do that. Weird. Whereas if they were not repeating, it would be 5,040. 5,040 possible combinations if you cannot repeat numbers.
It's still a lot.
It's a lot. So,
It's a lot.
make sure, don't make it obvious, but at least put it somewhere. Because the way I did it, let me show you guys really quick how I did it in my other game. So we'll go the anti-error. So, over here. The way I did it, if I can find them. Okay, it should be over here. No. This is the second floor. Oh, it's the basement. Herp-a-derp. Basement. Basement. There it is. Over here. There are these little signs scattered out throughout the entirety of the dungeon. If you walk up to a sign, it says this. The number 5 is scratched onto the sign. So,
Okay.
there's a number. There are 3 more of these signs scattered throughout this entire dungeon. I cannot remember for the death of me where I put them. I could get high on Snapple. But anyway, actually I could get high on energy. No, I get drunk off of energy drinks. Never mind.
You
Um,
could.
Stop drinking the Mountain Dew? Question mark. I don't know what to tell you. The fact that you can get high off of Mountain Dew is kind of insane. Holy shit.
I know.
Oh, that's good. There are signs throughout. Is this one? No, this is not. This is lay to rest the souls of the deceased and lay your hands on the altar of light. So basically, kill all the monsters and touch the altar, or rape the altar in this case. Um, yeah, I know, professional. So
Bad. Very bad.
that's what I did. I scratched them onto the signs so that the signs 7135 are scratched onto the signs throughout the entirety of the dungeon. So I'm gonna like steal my calculator one more time. So you know the numbers. You have 4 numbers you can choose from.
Okay.
Of course, you understand that these numbers won't be repeating because you have 4 of them. There's only 24 combinations that you can possibly try.
You still should let them know, like, where
It's
it goes. Otherwise, it was still 24 is going to get boring real fast.
24 is not that. Not really.
For some people, it will be.
Nah. It's 24 combos. And chances are they are not going to get the right combo at the last possible second.
Still, I still think you should like tell them where it goes.
I think it's 4. Yeah, I mean 24. Yeah, it is 24. I'm pretty sure. But point of the matter is, I would if it was a longer code. It's 4 codes. There's only so many things. Make sure to write it down, by the way, because I don't. Normally, people don't save it anywhere. So if you don't write it down, chances are it's gonna suck remembering, and then you're gonna have to go running all the way back, finding the things, and it's not fun. But that's just the way I did it. You could, for all you know, have a paper on the desk that lists the passcode in its correct order. And there you go. You don't have to even you don't have to trial and error it. You know it right there and there. Then
Yep.
again, there's also stupid little things like this. I think this is controlled by a switch. Oh no, this is not a switch. Never mind. That's just an idiot thing where if you walk over the floor and there's a hole in it, you're gonna fall through the floor. That's not a switch. That's just map. If you want to be a butt. So it's timers, self switches, normal switches, variables. I believe I had gone through all of the switches that I wanted to.
You did.
There is.
Unless there's another one, you probably should double check.
What?
You can check the switches like real quick, but
Oh no, I know. I haven't done. I'm not saying that there aren't any more things you can do. There's a vast majority of things that you can do.
no, not to do. Like check whether how many switches you have left, if you have any left.
No, I don't. I don't. I went through them
Okay.
all. Pretty sure I went through them all. Yeah, these are the 4.
Yeah.
Conditional branch. I don't know about loops. Oh, loop. No, loop's not a switch. Never mind. Call common event. You can stick the switch thing, like I said. The shift, the shift that I had on my actual game where you shift between wolf and human form. You could always go to tools, database, items. Let's say change maximum to 11. You make an item, you go to the effects, you go other, you call the common event with the switch on it, shift. So every time they use that item, it'll shift it. Just make sure that you have consume off because that will consume the item and they'll lose it. Especially if it's like an important item that you want to use over and over. Make sure it's off. But also
Just make sure, damn it.
Yeah. Make sure! And I know we're not into it yet, but next time I will probably go into complicated shit. Do I have it here? Or is it in my other one? I think it's in my other one. 1 second. I don't know where I left it, and this is gonna bug me. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna go. This is not next time. I almost said next week. God damn it. This is not gonna be next time, but this is gonna be. I'll just put it here so everyone can see. Oh, it's much longer than that. Huh. Interesting. Let me borrow this. Let me add that. Let me go to script. Let me open that. That. This is damage formula. This is not a normal damage formula that you would find on any of the skills that you have loaded in there. We are going to get into this, and it is going to suck. Because if you don't math, it's going to suck. But for just the for just lol purposes, I'll just jump into this for like 2 seconds. What happens when you use a skill with this damage formula? You will be set. You will get a buff, like you know when you're like debuffed, you have poison or blind or all that stuff.
Yeah.
You get buffed with the state number 28. And what happens? How this is read? If the enemy is cursed, curse for me is 26. So if the enemy is cursed, they will take your attack number times 20 minus their defense times 2.
Jeez.
So it will basically hit 2,000? Is it 2,000? 2,000% of your attack power. Whereas if they are not cursed, it will only hit for 500% of your attack power. Minusing about 200% of their defense. So this is a mechanic that I've been working on for classes. I'll add a skill that you'll attack them with a weak skill that has a 25% chance to curse. Once they're cursed, you smack them with this one, and it will hurt. To balance it, I made it so that when you hit them with this skill, it will also remove curse on them. So then you have to curse them all over again to hit them hard. Because if you hit them with this skill without curse, it'll only do 500% damage instead of 2,000. So you can see, that's how you do damage formulas. We are getting into that later. That's just painful. Though switches can also be painful. You never know. Yeah. If you want a little demonstration, I believe I can... Ignore that. This is my testing...
Ignore that, ignore that, ignore that.
Yeah, this is my testing game, so I test all my shit on it. Alright, so we're gonna hit them with... Curse? Well, first of all, we'll hit them with Advanced Curse Attack. It does 123 damage. Bleh. So now we're gonna Curse Attack them. We'll Curse Attack this guy. Now he has Curse. It hit him for 414. The only reason it hit so hard is because when I used Advanced Curse Attack, it gave me Abyssal Invocation, which is a buff that increases my damage. So it hit him for 414 without Curse. Now I'm going to hit him with Abyssal Invocation and Curse, and this is going to hit hard. Bam! 682. So it basically doubled it, or tripled it, or whatever. So that's what Curse is. Yeah. Stuff like that. We're gonna get into that later. I keep off-tracking myself and I should stop doing that. Yeah. But then again, we're at the end.
Yes, we are.
Because I've taught you how to use switches. I've taught you the different versions of switches, what you can do with those different versions of switches. How timers work. And quick time events, if you want. When we come back next time, I will have a few things set up so that I can actually show you more in depth how these switches work, especially when it comes to, like, you have a master control that opens up various different doors depending on the numbers you've punched in. So, is there any comments or questions before we go? That includes you too, Venya.
I know, I'm thinking. No, I think you explained it very well.
Alright, there's just one more thing I just want to do before we head off finally. Venya knows it's coming.
Yep.
Hold on a
Bam!
minute, hey, what's up, old man? I see that you're embarking on it. I'm gonna use it, but you'll need a magic weapon that'll
Never ever miss. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Okay. Just for hilarity scenes. Gotta do that.
Yeah.
And just wondering if anyone really wants to know how the hell that happened, that is what it is. That's actually a switch. I didn't know that. Ha! Huh. Switches. I love how I put gone over here. Just gone. So, how these switches work, because I didn't actually know this was a switch, so I'll just explain it really quick. What happens here is that this switch will start, so it'll change the animation of the girl from standing to,
Laying down, I think.
no, she's not laying down. She's kind of like the falling animation, like as if she was falling. So she's then it plays this dangerous to go alone take this thing. Thank you, credits to Tanag for actually making this.
Yeah.
Then it runs the movement route. You have to put through on because this character, this NPC is moving through impassable tiles. So with the through on, you can pass through impassable tiles. Direction fix is on so that it doesn't look like she's putting her back towards you and walking away or hovering away. So then you move up a couple of times, transparent on, meaning that they're invisible. Self switch A so that you can't step on this event again and cause that to happen. And then gone switch is on so that that character just disappears. You won't see her again. So yeah, that's literally for hilarity purposes.
Yeah.
So
It's a good hilarity, though.
you made me spend 15 minutes trying to make this too. I was like
I know,
5.
it was great.
So yeah, even switches can be used in the stupidest of things. Prime example. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You were great.
Bye.
See you all next time.